Welcome to Unraveled Radio, where we uncover the real stories behind the beauty industry. Today, I'm joined by two wonderful locticians from the city of Detroit. We have Deidre Snordon and Tracy Robinson. We're going to find out how they got started, how they navigate industry trends, the ups and downs of being self-employed, and what the exit strategy looks like. If you're a loctician or aspiring to be one, this is an episode you will not want to miss. Let's start from the top. Um, Deidre, would love to have you on the show and thank you so much for joining us today. Could you tell us,
Thank you for having me.
oh, you're welcome. Could you tell us
Mhm.
what made you step into the loctician industry?
Yeah. So I was in the medical field during the pandemic, caught COVID during the pandemic, and decided that I did not want to go back to the hospital. So that's when I decided that I had already been doing locks. I had been doing my daughter's locks. I had locks. So after I caught COVID, then that's when I decided I wasn't going back to the hospital and decided to join the lock game.
Wow. Unfortunately, sometimes things of a negative nature turn into a positive. And so how long have you been doing locks so
Exactly.
far?
So far I've been doing locks for about 11, 12 years.
Oh, wow. That's a
Yeah.
long time.
Yep.
Also with
Yep.
us today,
So
we have
say
Tracy
that again. I'm
Robinson.
sorry.
And I just wanted to find out what got her inspired to start as a loctician. We have a deep history. We met each other
On Seven
probably
Mile.
7 Mile and right in
Mhm.
front of the library.
Yeah,
I think that was
yeah.
Wow.
in 2009.
I know my son was in a stroller and he'll be 21 next month. So,
Oh my God, Tracy, we know each other that long.
yeah, he was in a stroller.
God is good. So please tell us
Yeah.
how you got started and welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you. So, I'm gonna try to make it really quick. So I started my son's locks in 2004 and myself, and he was my first client, and I was working at an African center school where the vast majority of people had locks. And this one woman, she kept coming up to me asking me to do her hair. She liked how my son's hair looked and my hair looked. So I ended up taking her on as a client, and then she was like referring people, I was getting people, and it just started out like a nice little side hustle. Then I got laid off, and I was laid off for a couple years, and people kept telling me to go to a salon, and I that's what I did. So I just woke up one day and called up to Textures, and that's all she wrote.
Man, well,
Yeah, so I
you
just
eventually made it to manager of that salon, right?
yeah, I managed it for maybe about two or 3 years or so before I left. So I ironically I didn't intend for this to be my career. My mother's a hairstylist. My sister did hair, and my sister and I we didn't want to do hair, neither one of us. And I think this was maybe 2016. I was debating on what I was going to do because I had accomplished all of the goals I set out to do when I went to Textures, like pay off all my debt, pay off my student loans, and just, move me and my son out of the area we were at. And so by 2016, I was like, well, shit, what am I going to do? Am I going to go back to school and enter debt again to make what I'm making now or stay here? So I decided to go to barber college and invest in myself so that I could color and do cuts. And so this is where I'm at with it now.
Oh wow. So we made a decision about the same time. In 2015, I decided to go to school to get my license. We had been working together at Textures. I started in
Yeah, you went to school
2011.
before I did.
Yeah, but I didn't finish probably the after. Everything you could think of was going on. But
Yeah.
went because I saw a story about a lady who had been doing braids and locks for like 20 plus years in California. And the police arrested her for doing hair without a license because the laws changed. So she ended up having to pay a lot of fines, and she ended up having to pay to go back to school to learn something she probably could teach. So I just said I want to start off the right way before I open my salon, making sure I got
Yeah.
all my ducks in a row. And I think it was the best decision I ever made.
Yeah, I do too, and it's funny because being kind of grassroots and they don't teach anything about natural hair in school really, you feel like you are on cloud nine and you just know so much, which a lot of us do because we're just used to working with our hair, and it's not like the industry itself is concerned with Black people's hair. And it
Exactly.
wasn't until I went to school that I saw how much we don't know about hair science. And so
Exactly.
while we might know a lot about natural hair and our trials and errors, there's a lot of errors that are made, especially with locks, because we don't understand, or people don't have that education. And I was one of those people that would have argued, you don't need to go to school prior to go. I'm very serious. I swear by
Yes.
that. I was one of those people. And the only reason I went was because I really wanted to learn. I wanted to get a license to learn how to color because I got tired of people coming with their color and their hair being damaged, their locks being damaged.
Yes.
So that's the next thing that I see that's wrong in the industry, and the most common misconception that blew my mind when I went to Barber College that you learn just from learning science is that apple cider vinegar does not detox locks. That is
Exactly.
not, it's almost scientifically impossible. And I think we have that conception because it's acidic.
Yes.
So,
Mhm.
So, Deidre, what was one of the biggest challenges you faced when you started out, and um, how did you overcome it?
I think one of the biggest challenges was me getting clients. Um, I overcame it because like I'm shy, so I had to overcome that fear because I wanted the money.
Yes.
So I had to start putting myself out there more on social media and things like that to get in my client to build my clientele. So yeah,
Mm,
that was
that's
my
true.
biggest
Your social media grew
hurdle
quite a
when I
bit.
first did.
Your social media grew quite a
It
bit
did. It grew a
between, I
lot.
think you started working with me like in 21 or 22, I can't remember. And your following grew
I believe it was
exponentially.
20. Yep.
So can you
And
give
that
any
due
tips
to
or
me
tricks?
starting the lots. That's how my following grew, getting into all the groups and stuff and time.
I said, do you have any tips or tricks to people trying
Y'all
to grow?
breaking up.
You can't hear me?
she said, do you have any tips or
Yeah, I
tricks
can
for
now.
people? Oh, okay.
Trying to grow their social media.
Yeah.
Just gotta be consistent. I was consistent with it on there every day, all day, promoting my stuff, doing reels and stuff like that, and it just grew from there.
I remember laughing at you because when you first started doing the reels, I don't think you knew you could change the song. So you had like 20 reels with the
Oh
same
yeah.
song. I'm like, Deidre. But look,
See,
evidently it
trial and
works.
error.
Evidently it
He said, there
works.
you go. That's what I would do. I would find the most popular song at the time. And that's how I carried on and brought people to follow my page or whatever. So it worked. It did.
Anything you can add to that, Tracy? Any obstacles you had to overcome?
I hate social media.
Me too.
I hate, like, I don't mind my page because I can just think of something and post it. But to do it professionally, you have to really think. The way I am, I have to think about it and what's my hashtags and the pictures. I hate doing it. So that's probably my biggest challenge. I do not like promoting myself on social media. It feels like sales. I've never been good at sales, so that's been my biggest challenge. That and money management.
Okay, that's true too for me, money management.
Yeah, money
I was
management.
thinking
I would agree
if we
with that.
managed our money better, maybe we wouldn't have to do our social media ourselves. We could pay somebody to do it.
There you go.
And to me, it's not even that, because when I did reach out to try to pay somebody, the thing with that is it's also trying to get the content. I'm like you are, I'm very professional. So your time is your time in my chair, and it just feels odd to have to stop, and now I got to take videos and take pictures, and I have a client sitting here waiting to get service, and here I am trying to snap content. And I tend to book very precisely. So the way I book, you're coming in right when I'm finishing. It's not I'm known for not really having a wait time. You don't come and just sit around. So it feels, I just don't like that. I hate.
Right.
I
I
definitely
miss
understand what you're
word
saying.
of mouth days.
I get bad pictures sometimes just because I feel awkward and even asking the client, and they're like standing up and they're ready to go, and I'm not catching the best angles, and I'm like, dang, that hairstyle was fire, but you can't really tell it's not coming across on the film.
Yeah, or y'all know how you have people that have locks and their locks are frizzy.
Yes.
And, and it's like sometimes, I started charging for everything. So if a person doesn't want to pay for a shearing, then they might have a bomb style, and then I go to take the picture or the video of the style, and all you see is the fuzzy.
Exactly.
The fuzzies on their locks. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. And I have so many before pictures, no afters. It's just crazy.
A phone full of befores, like, man.
But what's funny is that the pictures that I thought that people wouldn't like and that I didn't like were the ones that I got the most.
Isn't that crazy?
Exactly. Those were the ones that I got the most reactions and stuff off of. And I used to be so scared to post. I'm like, what if they don't like this one? And those were the ones, and the ones I used to be like, oh, this bomb, they gonna love this.
It don't get no hit.
So
I have this one style.
It's a hit or miss. So
it's actually my first picture I posted on TikTok. And when I tell y'all, this style was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. And it had the least amount of hits. And then I posted just a touch up. And this thing that had in the thousands.
Yeah.
But do you reuse your content? Because you can always download that beautiful style.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it, I guess. I'll do it.
I think sometimes it has to do with the time of day you posted it and the algorithm and all the other stuff.
I've tried all of it.
Yeah,
I've tried all of it.
On too. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so social media has been the biggest thorn on my side as well. And remember back in the day, Tracy, I was like one of the first ones out of our little whole conglomerate of Locticians that was posted consistently. And y'all be looking at me like, girl, bye. Ain't nobody about to do all of that. And then these new age stylists coming, they post a couple pictures. Now they master Locticians ain't even been doing it a year yet.
Yeah, I didn't like. I mean, because when you think about it, I made it to six figures without social media.
That's what's up.
I mean, dead ass, like no social media, not even passing out cards, just word of mouth. Word of mouth I think word of mouth will always be the best form of promotion. Because you know what happens? I had a social media influencer that was my client for a while. And he promoted me a couple times, and then I had a lot of people coming to request me on my social. I didn't accept it because it feels weird. But long story short, what I learned from that experience is that you'll have a lot of people that will hit you up, may even come to see you, but they're just trying to be nosy. They just want to see whoever this famous person is going to, but that they're not necessarily people that'll stick.
Exactly.
The
I
word of
understand.
mouth
There you
people
go.
tend to be the ones that
Yep.
stick.
That's true. Have you guys ever
Yep.
experienced this? And
That's
it's a
true.
little off, it's on topic, but off topic. I have a client I've been servicing for 4 years, and she refuses. I'm talking about like one of the most beautiful set of locks I ever started. And when people ask her who does her hair, she refuses to refer them to me.
I've had some people
Yep,
like
I
that.
had somebody told me the other day, told me that they gatekeep me. That they, when people ask them who do their hair, they don't tell them that I do their
Yeah.
hair. So yeah, because they don't want them coming to me. So yeah, I've had a couple people tell
How
me
does
that
that
they
make you
don't
feel
pass
though?
my information.
Does
I
that make
don't feel no type of way because what's for me is for me. That's how
Yeah.
okay?
I feel. I feel like I align my clients that's for me or what's going to align with me. So
Yeah.
nobody can keep nothing away from me that don't belong to
I
me.
know that's
What's for
right.
Yeah.
me is always gonna be for me. So that's how I look at it.
That's
So
cool.
Yeah. I
yeah,
kind
I
of
don't feel like
feel
I'm
My
missing out on
energy kind
nothing.
of felt
If
like
they
she
care
was
for
hating,
me,
like she
they're
didn't want
gonna
to see
find a
me
way to
grow.
get to me.
no, you gonna get your people
Nah, I don't feel
because
like that because I'm gonna grow regardless.
yeah,
Exactly.
this not blocking nothing because you can't tell me I don't do half of the fucking. I
Yeah.
mean, half of the deltas in Michigan. You
Right.
can't tell me that,
Wow.
But then there's people that gatekeep you. I didn't have people refer
Yeah, for
somebody and they
sure.
stole from me. So you know,
Wow.
See,
Dang.
yeah. Everybody ain't for you. So
yeah.
that's why I don't be mad. Like I
Let
said, if
your
you're for
clients, let
me, if
your
you
client,
gonna
let your
find your way
clients
to me.
make the discernment. Sometimes they are protecting you.
There you go.
That's cool too. So
Yeah, for sure.
what's one thing about entrepreneurship that people don't talk about enough? Or what are some things just being your own boss that you didn't expect to be the way they are? Deidre,
I
you go
think with
Time
first.
management. You think, oh, I don't want to work this 9 to 5 because it's up. But when you become your own boss, you working 24/7. It's nonstop. So that's one of the things.
I got it.
a misconception people have is that you're your own boss. Your clients are your bosses. Your clients dictate what you do.
Yep,
If they do. So
what you do.
you are
Mhm.
you are not your boss. You always going to work for somebody. Whoever is the one putting the money in your pocket, they're your boss.
Mhm.
That's true.
Yep,
So if people wake up and decided to protest you because you did something wrong, I'm serious, and you get canceled, that's
yep.
like getting fired from a job.
Then, yeah, from your job. Yep.
Yeah, and it's everybody wants to run over to the side of entrepreneurship, but they don't factor in all of these costs. So you can say like how I did when I made it to six figures, right? That sounds good when you say that, but once you
Mhm.
incorporate all of the costs that you
The
really
costs,
supposed to
yeah, out
do
of
as a
pocket.
responsible business owner, that can take you all the way down 40,000.
Right.
you know, like seriously.
Yeah.
So as you have your costs, you have your insurance, you got to pay taxes, and taxes ain't no joke. You coming off the rip 10,000 a year and up.
Yes, that's true. And Deidre, you're also a tax professional, right?
Hmm.
Oh, so you got the best of both worlds for yourself.
I don't think Deidre can hear me. Can you hear me, Deidre?
Oh no, I had went out. I didn't hear anything.
You're a tax professional as well,
I
right?
can't hear y'all now. Okay. Yes.
Where are you doing taxes at currently?
I am currently working out of D&D Tax Services on Connor and Warren.
Oh, okay. So do you ladies, either one of y'all have an exit plan from this beauty industry that has been so good to us?
I'm working on it. I started paying
I
into.
do. I'm the tax, and I am currently looking to get into real estate as well. So those are what I plan on being my exit strategies.
And what were you saying, Tracy?
I started paying into some investments in my retirement back in my 20s.
Okay.
So that's one aspect. I have a couple of things lined up I'm working on, and at any given time, I'll marry rich.
So you're not opposed to that either.
I am not opposed. I am not opposed. I'm too old to be a trophy wife, but in my body fat percentage might be a little too high to be a trophy wife, but I can cook.
Wow, you ladies got anything you'd like to add before I let everybody know where they can find you?
Well, I'm on Instagram and TikTok as the Lock Whisperer 313.
And the name of your salon, Tracy?
Primary Roots Oasis.
And it's located?
Southfield, Michigan, at Southfield and 12 Mile, inside of my salon suite.
What method do you use for booking?
I use StyleSeat.
Okay.
.com. You can go on there and find me under Tracy Tracey, R as in Roberts.
Okay. And Deidre, where are you at now? And what's your Instagram?
My Instagram is Deidre.Snordon, and you can find me. I am working currently out of Glitz and Glam. That's in East Point, Michigan. And my booking site is the LocNess, TheLocNess.Booksy.com.
That's
How do you like
wonderful.
Booksy?
I love Booksy. I have it too.
Me too. I'm in love with Booksy.
So one thing
Okay.
about Booksy, it does all your accounting for you. And the parameters, I charge for certain styles up to 100% of the full price for a deposit, and it's non-refundable. And some services is 50% deposit, non-refundable. And I do also offer, say if it's an emergency and you can't make it, you have 14 days to reschedule. But I don't do any cash refunds really, unless it's extenuating circumstances where me and the client just don't see eye to eye, and it's better for me to get them their money than to service them. But other than that, once you book that appointment, that deposit is non-refundable, and that's been the best way since COVID to run business, because it's too many no call, no shows. I'm not sitting in the salon waiting on walk-ins, and
You
it's
don't
just
charge for no call, no shows?
their deposit is up. They put the
They
50%
charge a
down.
percentage
So
of
you
it
can't
on
charge for a
Booksy.
no call, no show
Yeah.
on Booksy?
You probably could, but my thing, if you don't call or show, you lose your deposit. That's it. That 50%.
Yeah, I
So
charge a no call. I don't do deposits, but I do a no call. I do 100% of the fee for no call, no show, and a 50% for late cancellations. And if I don't get the money, you're instantly blocked.
okay, and so what is late to you?
20, the policy is 24 hours or less.
Okay, what's late as far as like if I'm supposed to be in your chair at 11, do you got a grace period?
It depends on more so what they're getting, the services that they're getting. If I can catch up, type of thing. I'm pretty lenient when it comes to hi.
Hey, that gate messed up. Thank you.
Oh, it is. It's up.
Yeah, it's down. Like, I had to run from the front all the way back here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll let them know. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm kind of lenient. I don't with time with lateness. But if I see somebody is habitually late, I work with them individually, but I don't really have a problem too much with tardiness.
What about you, Deidre?
I'm very lenient with my time, but because I know I'll be late sometime too. So, but my grace period is 15 minutes. At least call me and let me know if you're gonna be at least 15 minutes late. Other than that, I'm good because I do run late sometimes. So I don't charge them or anything for being late.
Right.
Like I say, I be late sometimes too.
Oh, so
I
I'm
don't
kind
know
of
how
Yeah,
people
I'm fair
do
with
that as
that. But at
stylists.
least if you go,
I'm pretty on time,
call
and
me.
because it's express, I'll be needing you in and out my chair. So if you 15 minutes late, you pushing my whole day back. So it is a $10 late fee.
Yeah.
But you know me,
Yeah,
I got appointments booked
yeah.
every
I
30
give them
minutes.
up to 15. Anything over 15 minutes,
Yeah.
right?
Well, ladies,
Yeah, because you be moving, girl.
this has been a powerful conversation. I'm so glad you guys decided to join me. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I invited a lot of people, they didn't want to participate, but I think this is a good forum and a good way for us to vent and just bounce ideas off each other and learn how each other is operating. There's nothing wrong. We're not competition. I feel like we all in this together. And I wish you ladies continued success. And I
Nice
hope
to meet you, Deidre.
to
Thank you. You as well. It's nice to meet you. And Charnel, I wish you nothing but the best and as much continued success.
Thank you, ladies. Until next time, don't unravel your locks, but tune in to Unraveled Radio. Peace and love.
Peace.
Have a